There is a hidden meaning behind every single religion in the world. Now, every single religion is true in one way or another. They are true when understood metaphorically, not literally. There's a lot of deep esoteric wisdom in many ancient texts, but they can only be seen when understood metaphorically, not literally. Alright, now let me show you. This is the flower of life. It is basically a two-dimensional representation of the creation of the universe. It reminds us of the unity that underlies all things and that we're all built from the same blueprint. Now, this is the seed of life formed by the first 7 circles within the flower of life. It is also the hidden meaning behind the 7 days of creation that we see in Genesis. Now, according to the text, in the beginning, earth was dark, empty, and formless. This symbolizes that in the beginning there was only void space or emptiness and the creative force or consciousness. It should also be understood that God is not literally a man sitting in the sky, but rather metaphorically symbolizes a primal force or divine energy that makes up all things. In the beginning, the first thing this force did was expand its awareness and create a sphere of awareness around itself. This is why the circle represents eternity and infinity, or the force of creation. God is a circle whose center is everywhere and circumference nowhere. The second thing it did was create a reflection of itself, making 2 circles known as the Vesica Pisces. The Vesica Pisces is incredibly important as it literally makes the geometry of light. It is also the first day of Genesis, which is why on the first day God says, "Let there be light." The Vesica Pisces also appears in nearly all of the major religions, as saints, prophets, or highly realized beings are all portrayed with the Vesica Pisces. The symbol for Jesus is also just an incomplete version of the Vesica Pisces, yet they have you believe that it's a fish. The third thing it did is move exactly 1 radius away from the center of that circle, making 3 circles. This movement also influences the symbol known as the Sacred Trinity, one of the most important symbols in Christianity, which again shows us that the true and hidden meaning of religion is literally sacred geometry. Okay, so on the 3rd day of creation, another circle is added, then on the 4th another, on the 5th another, and on the 6th the seed of life or Genesis pattern is created. This is why it says that on the 6th day creation is completed, because the seed of life is finally formed. As you can see, it's a 6-petaled flower, which is what many religions mean when they say, "In the beginning there were 6. It also influences Hebrew or Jewish religion, as this tree of life from Hebrew Kabbalah also comes out of the seed of life. In Genesis, all these different days represent different creations of God: land and sky, animals and plant, the sun and the moon, and man. What this means is that all these different things are just different expressions of the same divine energy or consciousness. We are all just different masks of God, or of the one that manifested itself to be the many. We are all this conscious energy manifested into different physical forms. Everyone and everything in the universe is nothing but that, different apertures through which source experiences itself. God is a metaphor for the universe. This is why Genesis says, God created man in his own image.